if you've watched my I've just saved you thousands of gold video, that reality is now, because once you hit tier 3, do not spend any of your gold unless you know the information in this video and you know exactly what you're going to be doing with your character, because you will regret it. Okay, a lot of people that are hitting tier 3 right now are really trying to push this item level up because they think that that's all that matters, and they think that the majority of where your performance comes from, and it's really not. In fact, a lot of people at tier 3 don't even know the value of gold other than thinking that it's used for honing. And that couldn't be any more wrong if that's your perspective. I get it. If you're a new player, that's what you thought. Cool. Let me enlighten you. These engravings are what's most important. Like I talked about in that video, you have to make sure you choose the spec that you want. Not only the engravings, but also the stat priority that you want to go for. For example, I'm running Esoteric Striker. I need to have swiftness. I need swiftness. I need crit. Okay, with a little bit of spec. That's the build. If I don't have the swiftness, the build doesn't work. Okay, so with that said, I've gone Esoteric Fury level 3, Grudge level 3, and Adrenaline level 1. Forget about what engravings they are. They are 2 level 3s and 1 level 1. Okay, we have blue accessories here, okay, and we have a tier 2 ability stone. Alright, we're going to walk you through this. Number 1, market price is everything right now. These blue accessories are significantly cheaper than the purple accessories. Don't use the purple accessories, because you can look on the marketplace yourself. A crit spec, because it has to be crit spec for me now, okay? Crit spec with Grudge +2, the cheapest on the auction house last time I checked was like 3,000 gold on our version. Way too expensive, especially when gold accessories are going to be coming out pretty soon. These accessories, the blue ones, are 3 digits. Like some of them are really cheap, like 100 gold, 500 gold, whatever that may be. It's significantly cheaper. Go with the blue accessories, okay? The ability stone, we've gone with tier 2 because the only difference between the tier 2 and the tier 3 is the vitality that you get from it, which is HP. You're going to have less HP. Not the biggest deal, considering tier 2 legendaries are significantly cheaper than the tier 3 counterpart, okay? Like significantly cheaper. Go with the tier 2 legendary ability stone. You'll be totally fine. Again, this is a transition filler set until the yellow pieces start dropping, okay? So with that said, you need to actually sit down and do the math with exactly how you're going to distribute these points. Keep in mind that these blue accessories only give a maximum of 2 engraving points for one, and then 1 engraving point for the other. It's 2-1. As you can see here, Grudge +2, Shield Piercing +1. Okay, that's how it is. So there's a limited amount of points. With those points, if you do the math, okay, you're going to realize that the most that you could actually get are 2 level 3s and 2 level 1s. I do not have 2 level 1s yet because, again, market availability and market price is a big thing. I'm not going to spend thousands of gold and force something that's not there when I really don't need it. So here's what I did, and here's how I went about it. Okay, so I've got my class at level 3, Grudge at level 3, Adrenaline at level 1. I have 9x9 on my class imprint books. Okay, so I've consumed 20 green books, 20 blue books, 20 purple books, and that allowed me to have +9 per equip. I've doubled down on it, and I have +9 here, +9 here. That gives me a total of 18. I can't do that with just the blue books because that'll give me a +6/+6. That's a total of +12. I can't do that. Okay, so that's what I did with my class engraving. That's going to knock that out. As far as what I did with the stone, okay, the very minimum that you need is a 5/5. I got a 5/6 Grudge Adrenaline stone. That's fine. I didn't really need that last point into Adrenaline. Not a big deal. Make sure you're getting enrolling or cutting for a 5/5 stone. All right, keep in mind, this is my build. It doesn't have to be Grudge in yours. Like, for example, Grudge doesn't have to be Grudge in your book. Also with this stone, you want to choose your main stat, and you want to choose the stat that you're trying to get to level 1 to just knock that out. That's why you need 5 points. For me, it's Adrenaline. Once I hit 5 points on the stone, I'm done with Adrenaline. I don't need it on my accessories. So now that that's done, I need 15 points into Grudge. So since I only have 5 from my stone, I'm going to need 2 Grudge into every single accessory, and that's going to give me exactly 15 points into Grudge. So I'm done with Grudge, And my secondary level 1 engraving that I'm going to go for is either going to be heavy armor or spirit absorption. Right now, this is exactly what I have. I have shield piercing, heavy, spirit, fortitude, crushing fist. Why is it like that? Because I need swiftness as the stat for every single accessory that I get, except for my necklace. And that needs to be 2 swiftness rings, 2 swiftness earrings. And that needs to be grudge 2 swiftness and heavy armor 1, heavy armor 1, heavy armor 1, heavy armor 1, heavy armor 1. That will allow me to get heavy armor level 1. Because that will give me 5 points into it. Now, that's not available in the current market, so what I've done is I've purchased it for my ring, and I've also purchased an alternate spec, which is Spirit Absorb. I don't mind having Spirit Absorb at level 1 either, so this was available, so I just bought it. I'm going to be looking out in the marketplace for Grudge 2, Swiftness, Heavy Armor, or Spirit Absorb on these other 3 pieces, and if they get listed, I'm going to buy them, and then I'm going to have my level 1. So you don't have to knock it out in one go. Now here's an alternative way of building it, okay? I build it the way that I built it, again, based off of what I had on my account and market prices. Another way you can build it is by going 9 engraving points, or 9 points for your class imprint, and then 6 points for your main engraving imprint. In this case, I'm just going to use Grudge, for example. That'll essentially look like this. It'll be like class and then Grudge, right? Grudge 6, class 9 there, right? So if that's the case, then you should be able to do the same thing, which is 2 level 1s and 2 level 3s. So I've got class 9, Grudge 6. I'm going to need a Grudge Stone of 5 and an Adrenaline Stone of 5. Whatever level 1 engraving you want to be running on your class, doesn't matter. I'm just using Adrenaline as an example. That's going to knock out Adrenaline, and my Grudge is now going to be at 11 points. Okay? And I'm going to knock out 2 more points here and 2 more points here in Grudge. That's going to give me 15. Okay? I've got to knock out a total of 6 points for my class engraving because I only have 9 from my equipped imprints. Okay, that's going to knock out my Grudge and class engraving and Adrenaline. And then the last one I'm going to need, let's say in this case, Spirit Absorption. I'm going to need it on each one of my accessories as the +1 engraving point, and that'll give me the same exact result. The way you go about making this decision is by figuring out how much everything is on the auction house and on the marketplace after you've decided what spec and build you want to go for. The last thing I want to mention is that it doesn't matter what accessories. I know I wrote out neck, ring, earring, whatever. It doesn't matter if I have Grudge 2, Spirit Absorb here on my ring. That doesn't matter. It's the same thing. The TLDR to this, guys, is that you need a level 2 ability stone. You need blue tier 3 accessories. You need imprint books, and you need to at least have 1 times 12 or 20 purple books, probably your class engraving. You need 2 level 3 engravings, 1 level 1 engraving, and then you're going to add an additional level 1 engraving when the market makes it available. The last thing is your ability stone needs to be a 5/5 cut. So there it is. Guys, this is going to take you kind of a long time to sit down and go through the market price for each one. So I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly because I know some of you guys might not know. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to open up your marketplace window, and then you're going to click the auction house. From here, you can click this button here. Category, if I want to do ability stone doesn't matter the class, just set that to all. I'm going to just go ahead and do, let's say, legendary tier 2. Okay, we've got legendary tier 2, and I want Grudge, and let's just say I want Adrenaline. Okay, we're going to click this, and then we're going to sort by the cheapest price here, and here it is. This is how much it is. If I hit market value, this is going to show me how much these have sold for. There's one that has sold for 100 gold and one that has sold for 150 gold. And this is how you go about doing everything, right? If I want to check my necklace, okay, I'm going to put my combat stats in there now because it's actually super important. I need to have, let's say spec, and let's say crit. And I want the engraving to be Grudge, and let's say I need this engraving to be, let's just leave it blank for now because it might not actually show up, and I'm gonna go with rare tier 3. I can save this preset here, by the way. I'm gonna search for that, and bam, here are the listings. As you can see, the cheapest one is 1500 gold, and not very great. As you can see right here, there's ones that are +1 Grudge, +2 Grudge. So if you need +2 Grudge, I'm just going to go ahead and hit 2 here. This is going to show the ones that are just +2 Grudge. 2,000, 3,000 being the cheapest. There you go. And that's pretty much how you're going to look up prices and items that you need on the marketplace. final note, if you're not sure what build you actually want to play, I do have a YouTube video that I'll link in the description below that provides what we believe to be the best in slot builds for our current endgame. Just know that that video is showing 3 level 3 engravings and 1 level 1 engraving. Okay, our version right now with these accessories, right now, it is 2 level 3 engravings and 2 level 1 engravings. So all you have to do is remove one of the level 3 engravings from that video and add a level 1 engraving. Keep in mind that not all level 3 engravings are good at level 1. For example, Grudge is actually terrible at level 1, so you never want to leave Grudge at level 1. So if you're thinking like, oh, Grudge was one of my engravings that I need, but since I can only pick 2, I'm going to pick these 2 and I'll have Grudge at level 1. Don't do that because this is actually really bad. Versus there are other engravings such as Adrenaline or Heavy Armor that actually perform very, very well at tier 1. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're actually building these. And again, if you need help with that, catch me on stream. I'm streaming live on Twitch 5 to 6 days a week. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And yeah, I hope that helps, guys. I'll see you in the next video.